I think the committee kind of screwed over the Maryland Terrapins, in my opinion. First of all, you got them in the West bracket playing in Seattle as far away from home as possible. I don't get what's up with that. I mean, it's like they were top four in the Big Ten. They took down Michigan. They took down Wisconsin. Wisconsin's ranked higher than them, and they're in the East region. How does that work out? Because then Wisconsin just lost to Michigan in the Big Ten tournament, but Michigan was ranked a 5 seed. I don't understand how this math works here. Again, I feel like Duke got off easy because everyone in Baltimore who's a Maryland fan, or Maryland fans worldwide, were watching all these projections and how it's possible that Maryland could be in the East bracket, possibly have a chance to face Duke in the Sweet 16 or something like that. And my thing is, you want good television. Why would you not put Maryland in the East region? Why would you not want to potentially set up an amazing matchup between two storied programs that once were ACC rivals? But ever since Maryland moved to the Big Ten, we all know that story. Duke got in their feelings and they didn't want to play Maryland again because they left the ACC. Well, we're coming up on 11 years now since that happened. I noticed because I was playing in the last matchup against Duke. For those who may not know, I was in that last game against Duke. It's been 11 years. So why has it not happened? I have my thoughts. I have my opinions. I don't know any facts. It just seems like a lot of that is coming from the Duke side of not wanting to play Maryland. I think Maryland is in the toughest bracket by far. This matchup with Grand Canyon is going to be tough for sure. But just looking at the entire West bracket, I don't know how Maryland ended up in this ridiculous gauntlet of a bracket, but sometimes that's just the way it shakes out. I don't think any of us really know like how this process really works. You know, they tell us about, you know, quad one victories. They talk about strength of schedule. They talk about, you know, all this stuff. But the way that it shook out for particularly Wisconsin, Michigan, and Maryland, I'm focused on the Big Ten right now, it just didn't seem to add up to me. Maryland's got head-to-head victories against both of those teams. Michigan won the Big Ten tournament, but Maryland had earlier wins in the regular season against both of those teams. So how did Maryland get ranked out of Wisconsin? How did Michigan get a 5 seed while Wisconsin got a higher seed than them and they just beat them in the Big Ten tournament? So those are questions that I have, and it's just really, but you know what? It's March Madness. A lot of it's not supposed to make sense, right?